Hey cupcakes, am I in cupcake pants and a bear hoodie? Yes, I am. We are going to sit down, get comfy, get your favorite beverage of choice because we are going to quickly go over my second quarter wrap up. I realize I never did the second quarter, but since we're about to be done with our third quarter, I want to get this out so that I have it for the history of my videos all in order. So anyway, we're going to go over April to June of all the books I read and all the stats. So let's get started. So and I'm going to be showing all the little sheets for you guys to see. For the total books read for those 3 months, I read 14. That's 6 less than I did in January, February, March. The only reason I think that those 6 extras were read is I'm pretty sure I had 6 to read to finish the Our Fantasy Bingo board right before it ended on April 1st, I think. So I think those extra that I read was those. So 14's not bad for me in my opinion. So then total pages read, I read 3,716 pages. I read 41 pages per day average. I read a 265 page count, which I believe is like a book, like 265 page book average. My most read, no surprise here, fantasy romance. The books with reps was also 6. Author read from before. I read an extra one, which was 8. I hauled 9 books, so that's 1 less than I did in the previous quarter. We had 6 5-stars. We only had 3 the last quarter. I had 0 4 stars, 6 3 stars, 2 2 stars, and no 1 stars, but my average rating went up from 3.25 to 3.71, so that's really good. Publication breakdown, my new release, I read 2. For backlist, I read 11. So that's 1 less than last quarter, but I read the same amount of new releases. And then last year book, which is anything past 2024, I only read 1. And previous quarter, I read 6. And then format breakdown, we had 1 physical, 1 audio, which I don't even remember what my audiobook is now thinking about it. I had a mixed media, which was, I can't remember what they call it, but it's physical Kindle or audio Kindle, audio physical, and then 11 ebooks. No surprise here, guys. Y'all know that I've really got into my ebooks now since I've got the Kindle and all that things. So series breakdown, we have 2 series I started. I had continued 1. I completed 2. I caught up with 1. I did not DNF any. I am still working on 3. And then we had, for the standalones, I had 5, and then we didn't have any of the anthology or companions. And then we go to age demographic. I had 3 middle grades, 3 young adults, 5 new adults. And then we had acquired. I had no ARCs, no audibles, 10 KUs, no library, no NetGalley, 4 owned, and 0 for Everand. And then we had genre breakdown. We had 4 fantasy romance, 3 fantasies, 3 classics, 1 horror, 1 paranormal romance, 1 historical romance, and 1, I think, like contemporary romance. So I put just romance, just basic romance. But there was one thing I was going to look into this. So let's see. First thing is, we're going to do my hauled books. So from April, May, and June. For April, we got Dating and Dragons by Christy Boyce. I did try the Dungeons and Dramas book. I think I had the audio book of it. I tried it out. I didn't really care for it. It seemed a little too young in my opinion. I have not even tried this one or looked at it or anything. I just really liked it better, and it seemed like it was more my alley, so I bought that one. And then I got Treasure Island, which was a classic. I got The Assistant to a Villain and The Apprentice to a Villain. I got both of them at the library, and I got them for like $1 from our like book sale thing that they have right in our front door of the library. And I was like, score, yes, please give these to me. Because they were like pristine condition. Just someone just, I guess, didn't like them and gave them to the library, which was great for me. And then I pre-ordered Rebel Witch for the Heartless Hunter duology from Books A Million. And I didn't say, but J.D. and Dragons I got at Walmart from the book aisle, and then Treasure Island I also got from the library when I went and got the Villain series. And then I got Saga Volume 1 also from the library, and it was like a graphic novel. And I also got Eyes Like Stars from the library. And then also we got Pumpkinheads, which is a graphic novel. I got that from Half Price Books because I've been wanting to read that for a long time, and I just never saw it out in public, and then I found it there at half price, so I went ahead and grabbed it because it's one of the ones I want to read. I also got this really cool book called Kairos. It's another graphic novel I also got from half price. Everything I got from April to June. So I got three graphic novels, and then 6 novels. 3 graphic novels and 6 novels. Oh, I was gonna look and see what my mixed media was for that time. Mixed media. Oh, it was Where the Library Hides. I was reading it. I have a physical copy of it, but I have it on Kindle, and I also had the audiobook. So, I definitely was able to read that and enjoy it. So, that was my mixed media book. And then my actual just audiobook was Do Me a Favor by Kathy Yardley. I love how she narrates her books. So that was my actual just complete audiobook. And then my one physical book that I read for April was Onyx Storm. And I loved it. So let's see. And then I had 11 ebooks. Series started. Let's see here. Series started. So we started The Last Session, which was a graphic novel series that is on KU, I believe. And we also started The Witch of Arconia, but I did DNF it because I just needed to read a book that I had bought from like one of the Kindle sales that involved witches, and I read it, and I don't intend to keep going. And it was one of those, again, like my last quarter where I didn't really need to read more to know anything else. Like it kind of wrapped itself up without keep going. And then let's see, so 1, 2 okay, yeah, series started 2, so that was the 2. I completed Onyx Storm, even though I'm not complete with it now because I think she's going to be having like 5 books. And I finished the duology of the Where the Library Hides series was. So I think that's it. Yeah. So that is all my stats so far for that. Yeah, definitely did better this quarter here from April to June. I got a better average star rating. I had 6 5 stars instead of 3. And it was weird because I mentioned in the first quarter that I was really breaking down my ratings instead of just like, that feels like a 3, that feels like a 2. So it was kind of strange that the first quarter I was kind of spread out from 5 stars all the way down to 1 star, and then in this quarter I have 6 5 stars and 6 3 stars, and then I had the 2 2 stars, which my 2 2 stars were, let's see here, so we're in April. So I had The Princess Bride and The Story of Gumluck the Wizard. I had to read Story of the Gumluck the Wizard for something. Don't even remember what I had to read that for. I didn't even mark what it was for. I don't even remember what I had to read that for. But The Princess Bride, I've had on my TBR for a long time. I love the movie, and I definitely realized that I like the movie way better. I see how the movie was made and makes sense for the book, but I don't like the book. I'll probably keep it on my shelf just to keep it, but I might also just get rid of it and watch the movie anytime I want to watch The Princess Bride, but it was definitely lackluster for me, to say the least. So those 2 stars are very fitting, because the one, the Gumluck thing was like another like graphic novel, but like kid thing. Like I said, I don't remember what I read it for, but so they were not memorable, to say the least. And my 3 stars, I'm pretty sure they just didn't feel like a 4 or 5, because I did my ratings, and so. But my 5 stars, I will tell you real quick, is we had Onyx Storm was a 5 star. The Last Session was a 5 star. The Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, which Onyx Storm was by Rebecca Yarros. The Last Session is Jasmine Walls. Slaying the Vampire Conqueror is Carissa Broadbent and is part of her Crown of Nyaxia series, kind of somewhere in the middle. And then we had Hazel Mack, her series, The Haven Ever After, Slaying with Sylphs, was so good. And then we had Where the Library Hides. And I think that was really good, because I had all the things, how to read it. Like, I had it physical, I had it on the Kindle, and I had it audiobook, so it was very immersive for me. And then Do Me a Favor by Kathy Yardley. That was probably my favorite one out of the 2 I've read so far, role playing or that one, if I had to pick between the 2, because this one just felt very developed for the characters and the storyline and all the things. I really liked it. And so, yeah, that is my 5 stars. And let's see, new releases, I had the 2, what was new release? New release was, oh, Onyx Storm, obviously. Oh yeah, and Slaying with Sylphs, like, soon as it came out onto KU, I immediately downloaded it and read it. And then last year book was Do Me a Favor. So it came out in 2024 and I read it this year. So yeah, anyway, that is my quarterly wrap up. As I said, I will be doing my 3rd quarter when it actually comes up and is on time for you guys. Until next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Stay sweet, cupcakes. Bye.